And so there are many reasons. We've talked about them before about why M&A activity is taking place, that it's not consolidation, it's not lack of demand, it's dealing with underperforming MSP assets. It could be just driving growth for a particular thing. Generally speaking, the really good, healthy M&A transactions involving MSP to MSP deals are expansion, not growth via acquisition, but traditional expansion through services, through geography, through a customer vertical. Any number of those areas represent, in my opinion, really healthy motives for doing an M&A deal. Okay. There are other motives. We've talked about them over the last 3 years. For a buyer, an investor to invest in an MSP business. What might those be? Well, same reason why anyone invests in anything. You want to see a return on investment, ROI. You want to get something back in exchange for you having invested in that thing. If that thing is an MSP organization, at some point you're going to want to get your money out. Now, that is a very different concept and a very different timetable for an MSP buyer. I don't want to get too much into that right now, but just take my word for it that MSP buyers have a different timetable. Their schedule of what they want to do, especially if they're a buyer who is looking at has a very long-term vision for themselves and their MSP business. They may say, look, we want to be in this for a decade or 2 decades, or we want to grow it for a long time. A PE firm is going to have a much different, much shorter ROI schedule that you need to be aware of before you really start to think about, is a PE firm deal in my best interest?